You make it sound so easy to perform one simple task. But what I find far harder is the fact you have to ask, what kind of man am I? As if there's any doubt. What kind of man am I? That's not something I've really thought about. What kind of man? The kind of man you married, who walked you down the aisle. The kind you could depend upon, who always made you smile. The kind who still protects you whenever things get rough. The kind of man who once believed that he was good enough. What kind of man am I? If not Sir Galahad, at least I know I tried. Your lion heart, who's gentle as a lamb. That's the kind of man I am. The kind of man you turn to, who's there in times of need. The kind who tries his level best but won't always succeed. The kind of man who's steadfast, a man of modest dreams. The kind who disappoints you all too often, so it seems. What kind of man am I? The kind who knows his mind and yet I still fight shy. When you confront me, I close up like a clam. That's the kind of man I am. The kind who would like children, but doesn't push the point. Who lets you make decisions, then says that they were joint. The kind who somehow wishes he possessed your iron will. The kind of man who hopes that in your heart you love him still. What kind of man am I? The kind who lets you down but doesn't know quite why. The kind who's kind and always gives a damn. That's the kind of man I am. That's the kind of man I am. That's the kind of man I am.